Dear God, help us to have faith and confidence in you whenever we are scared, and help us in your name, Jesus. Amen. And then the thought of the day on there says, when all seems lost, God will provide. And I'm like, well, man, the Lord totally provided this for this lesson because this is just perfect. Stranded travelers, helpless, nothing that we can do on our own. We needed somebody else to come and show us unusual kindness, and they did.
Sarah Harrington, Xander Joyce, Tommy Kovacs, Elida Mosteller, Clinton Roberts, and Josiah.
The boy too, right? Our young man that represents truth and training, Ezra Beers. Like I said, those are a big deal. Welcome. You want me to have your picture with the boy too, right? Our young man that represents truth and training, Ezra Beers. Our young man that represents truth and training, Ezra Beers.
Just pray loudly, and once it's kind of awkwardly silent at the end, I'll pray. But I'd love for 3, 4, 5, 6, however many of you want to pray. Just pray for these seniors.
Do I just say check? Sound check? Sound check. Sound check.
My story is about Moses. What if your water turned into blood? How crazy would that be? You wouldn't be able to drink water, have water for your pets, or give water to your crops. It would be devastating. God sent a lot of plagues like that to Egypt to judge them. God raised up Moses, issued the 10 plagues through Moses, and gave the 10 commandments through him. Josephus was a Jewish historian who wrote about many things, including Moses from 37 to 180. Josephus recorded that Amram had a vision, which is Moses' father, from God that recorded that Moses would deliver the Hebrews from Egypt and protect him. Moses' parents hid him for 3 months until they could hide him no more. Moses' mother made a basket for him to float down in the Nile, and then the basket went to Pharaoh's daughter, where Pharaoh's daughter was going to bathe in the Nile River. But then she saw the basket that Moses was in. She sent her servant to go get the basket and bring it to her. She saw Moses. Then she took him in and made him become her son. God sent 10 deadly plagues to Egypt. The plagues were the Nile turned into blood, frogs, gnats, flies, livestock, boils, hail, locusts, darkness, and everyone's firstborn dead. The Egyptian Epir papyrus has lots of information about the 10 plagues. The Epir papyrus states the river is blood. It also states that there was blood and death everywhere. It recorded they had no materials, no grain, but they had famine. The Egyptians worshipped many gods, like the river god, the frog god, and the sun god. The Hebrew God sent the plagues to show the Egyptians that they worshipped false gods, and the Hebrews worshipped the one God made the 10 Commandments to give his people law. The 10 Commandments were, you shall not have no gods before me. You shall not bow down to idols. Don't misuse the Lord's name. Keep the Sabbath day holy. Honor your father and mother. Don't murder. Don't commit adultery. Don't steal. Don't lie. And don't covet. The 10 Commandments were written by the finger of God. The commandments had to fit in the ark. The ark was 131 centimeters by 78 centimeters. So the commandments had to be 60 centimeters by 70 meters to fit inside the ark. People in other countries got their laws from idols. The Hebrews got their law from the one true God. Aren't you happy that God is not judging your family like he did to the Egyptians? God sent a lot of plagues through Moses. God raised up Moses, issued the 10 plagues through him, and gave the 10 Commandments through him. The most significant thing about this story is that the Lord will always protect his people and that trust in him. We know this because God used Moses to deliver his people.